everybody. Welcome to episode 2. As you can see over here, I've done a little bit of terrain around this edge. I'm not sure if I like this, but it's here. I will experiment with a couple other ideas before we do the entire island. On the other hand, over here, I've expanded the marsh area over here. This is something I want to do across the flatter parts of the island, which will continue off in that direction. But you might notice these stone bricks here. These are the foundations for my house, believe it or not. I don't have a house yet. So, these are going to be the 4 corners, and it's going to be some sort of fishing shack-ish-ness. Fishing shackiness, yes. I have yet to design a full thing, but this is the basic layout, so we can at least build up to here. I have written another book here, and inside we can see we need to do some terrain, build a chicken farm. I'm so hungry, I've been relying on carrots. These things are good, but this is my last carrot. I'm going to have to scrounge around for food, and it's not going to be pretty. So, we're going to make an automatic chicken farm. I've got some chickens up top that we can use. And we're going to build my house. And that's what we're going to do for today's episode. So, first thing I think we should do is build a chicken farm. So, it seems like we have everything for a chicken farm. We just need to gather the correct resources. There goes my last carrot. We can eat glowberries. No. We can eat these carrots. That's nice. Okay. Let's get rid of a couple things. Alright, alright. So we need a dispenser. We have some sticks. And some iron. We need a bow. Some string. We can use cobwebs. Not the best use of cobwebs, but that's okay. There we go. And of course, cobblestone. No way. No cobblestone? Yes, okay. Good news, I'm not the type of Minecrafter to run out of cobblestone. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay, that's gonna be the chicken launcher with 1 slab there. Next we need a cauldron. Just like that. We are going to put this in the spot with all of our farms, which is very loud at the moment. There's bees buzzing and iron golems dying. Random villager and zombie noises. It's atrocious, but we will eventually hide it underground. We're gonna move the terrain up and around like that and make sort of a cliff's edge. It'll look great, promise. We will put the chicken farm right here. So we put that in there, cover that up, and then we're gonna trick all the little chickens to get into it, and we'll be good. Alright. Hello, every chicken. We're gonna go... Oh. Thanks for the egg, buddy. We're gonna go down here. If you could all follow me. Oop. Thank you. And we can go up here. Come closer, my darlings. Just like that. Well, our chicken farm is starting up. We can take a look at this. I went for a more blocky, cartoonish look, and I don't know if I like it, especially since the marshlands that we built last episode were more detailed and defined in what they were. So I'm not quite sure about this style. And over here, this will be our house. Fisherman shack, whatever we would like to call it. I am gonna lay out the floor and see how that looks. There we go. The base is done. That will be the floor for my house. I haven't quite decided on what I should do. I was looking through Pinterest at different fishing houses and houses built on the water, and a lot of them use a kind of like green wood. Not quite as bright as all the foliage in Minecraft, but slightly darker green. That would be a beautiful wood type that could be added, but unfortunately we don't have that. So I'll have to keep thinking through my options. Alright, I did a little bit of adventuring and we've got some new wood types. I've collected some dark oak and pale oak. I've also gotten 2 creaking hearts, which I will put in here. We can so we've got these new wood types, and this I think I'm gonna use partially in the house I'm building, but I'm not quite sure what exactly I'm gonna do with this. This is definitely gonna be sort of fishing inspired, so maybe the end of the tree. This is definitely going to be fishing inspired. So maybe the edges of the house can be this beautiful white wood. I think it looks nice, but the actual wall type, I still have to decide. Yeah. The next thing I think is there's gonna be a staircase that goes through the house from here through the house and exits where the bridge ends. And I'm gonna create a new way to get up there, but then we'll have a new way to go down here. Yep. I've been procrastinating since I've built this platform. I haven't really done too much. I've been staying away, trying to come up with an idea for what I have here. And I was getting frustrated because no idea I came up with was the perfect idea. I don't need this to be perfect. That's silly. I should just build one idea I have in mind. If it turns out poorly, we can always start over and try again. There's nothing wrong with not getting it right the first time. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build the first idea I've had, even if it isn't the most incredible idea yet. There's a Lego set called the Bay Harbor Bay Masters, the Harbor Masters, whatever. It's a Lego set that has the Harbor Master. It's a Lego set from the Brick League program, and it has a pretty cool you know, like shape to it. And I think that is what I'm gonna base my building off of. Doesn't mind it. I don't mind if it's not the best. Oh, my bridge is already starting to get in the way. I'm gonna have to tear that down. Now you might be looking at this building with unfinished roof and unfinished walls and thinking it doesn't look like much of anything. A little bit wonky even, but you got to trust the process. The next thing we're gonna do for this building is surround it in a dock. Somewhere where you can actually step. Just like this. But this will be wrapped around the entire part. This dock will be wrapped around the entire part and have a staircase coming down here. The staircase will then extend, green sacks, then extend to have a water level dock right here, replacing this one. Another thing I would like to do is have an extension of the building on this side, probably right around here, that you can like walk out of the other side to go this direction. But let's at least finish up the walls and the roof before we get too excited about anything else. I think I made too many slabs. That's okay. Now for the top here, all these things have like a little... I don't want to say these things have a thing on them. These roofs have like a little top to them, and I don't know what they're used for. I wish I could be educational. But I've got no idea. But we're gonna put one on. They look a little like this. Yeah, looking familiar. And then the top here always has some sort of flag or rod or something, but I don't have that right now, so that's gonna have to do. There we go. So this side's only going to be 3 blocks wide. We can mix it up over here. I think it definitely should extend out a little bit farther. Perhaps 4. I almost want to do one more feel like that's appropriate for what we're doing. Let's see. Gotta make sure that there's no writing on them. Unlike that one or that one. See, now like that, it's gotta be up one higher. That definitely looks a lot better. So right now the dock is floating. Support is what we want to give it next. And I think hanging signs and logs will definitely work for that. Ooh, gotta light that place up. I don't know the recipe for a hanging sign, but we will cross that bridge. That's looking pretty good so far. We just need a lot of stripped logs to fill the signs with. And, you know, while we have it in our hand, let's update our book here. Chicken farm, we did. Some terrain. That's really vague, but we did do some terrain, so I'm gonna put an X there because I don't really want to do any more. And our house is technically built, although not the end of the episode. In between the last clips you saw, I did organize my chests. So instead of being spread across the entire island, they're all somewhat sorted into these chests, which is great. Easy access to everything I own. Boom. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm liking the look of that. This is not an appropriate door here. What the door should be, maybe there's like a double door right here. And then a side door right here. Yep. And then maybe something that goes that way when we add on our little part there. Bada boom. Bada bang. That's looking pretty good. Maybe some windows. Windows. How would I do windows? I actually think it's alright. I don't think we need windows. But we do need to arrange this interior. Right here I've got a shelf. It's got episode 1 book and episode 2 book in it. And storage over here. But my bed and other things are just scattered about. So we're going to do a little quick cleanup. Woo. I know that's a little ugly looking. But I don't like waiting around for smelters, so we're gonna trapdoorify it. Man, we don't really have all that much wood types. We're gonna do spruce, because that matches with everything else. And we're gonna cover up the hoppers. That looks a lot better. Hmm. Huh. Call me crazy. But what if we did a little bit of architecture here? Interior design, maybe. Maybe on a different wall. Here's what I'm thinking. This wall's perfect, actually. Go like this. And stick our bed up there. We have a little staircase up to it. Does that look terrible? Kind of, yeah. There we go. Maybe up the other side of the bed. This is what we gotta do. Work through. Try different things. That's good. Oh, look at this. Genius. Genius brainwave move here. We get, what? Where did it go? Okay, here's the idea. 3 chiseled bookshelves underneath the staircase. And we don't need this trapdoor then. Look at that. That looks nice. Yep, yep. Okay, and then underneath... Boom. Stone cutter on top right there. That's dangerously close to the bed. Boom. Boom. Cover that up so no one hurts themselves on it. What other workbenches might we need? An anvil. Let's put that down. Right on top of here. Beautiful. Torches now. They don't really have a proper... We're gonna do proper look to them. We're gonna do lanterns is what they're called, yes. How to do that? Is it this? It is. It is. Okay. Yeah, get that out of here. 4 lanterns is acceptable. Can't place it on there, I don't think. Can't do that either. A ceiling. Yes, a ceiling. So, our ceiling looks a little weird, but if we have a flat room with this same material, that would be pretty cool. Now, here's the thing over there. If we block that up, the chest won't be able to open. That looks fine. Okay. Okay. Now we can hang some lanterns from the ceiling. That's pretty good. Take that torch out. Maybe hang one right above the bed there. That's pretty good, pretty good. Definitely looks okay. I will admit this is probably like... This is certainly something. Not the best thing I've ever created, but it is something, which is the most important thing. Most important thing is to just create, work through something, and get better. Do some cleaning up around here. Get rid of this bridge and that bridge. Maybe tear down those village houses. Tear down that ruined portal over there. Fix this up so it's not looking so strange. And I'm gonna clean up around here. Alright. Thank you everybody for watching if you've made it this far. I think it was pretty nice. At least I have a house now that doesn't look half bad. But one day this world will turn into something great and fantastic. You just gotta work hard and longer at the things you love doing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.